Hi guys, welcome to the Counselor Corner podcast. This is their very first episode. I'm very excited here. Today we're going to be talking about anxiety. What is it, and pretty much a little bit of like what do we look for as clinicians look for. Um, so anxiety is pretty much just like there's one disorder. There's anxiety related disorders, but a lot of people confuse with oh, I have anxiety with, oh, I actually have an OCD disorder or something like that. But the main focus of this presentation is will be on generalized anxiety disorder. Pretty much, a lot of people would put generalized anxiety disorder because they don't meet the criteria of obsession compulsion, or trauma or anything of that nature. Um, Also, I want to note that I am not wearing my glasses because A, I don't like the reflection when I'm doing these videos. Um, but yeah, one of the things that anxiety is about like you can feel a lot of it, like especially in your body. I know when I get anxious or even and like this becomes a problem with me, I feel it in my shoulder and such, and that's a very common for stress. Stress is a big trigger for anxiety. One of the steps that we do as clinician is like, oh, you're doing this, and this. Okay, let's take out X, Y, and Z. And then usually it tends to work. Um, but also, like, people just don't know really how to sit still and not be constantly doing things. A lot of people like they tend to work, and then they get a break and they're like, what do I do? But another thing is like nervousness. Like I'm worried about the future. I have a court date coming up. I just don't know what's going to happen. I might be going to jail or something like that. But is that? But it's like, how do I deal with that court case that's coming up, and working out with some strategies on like how to deal with that anxiety. Um, a lot of people are anxious about the future. I don't know what's going to hold. Um, a lot of times you see this a lot in also high school students and also like high school seniors and high school college seniors and such about to graduate. They don't know what's going to happen. Like it's a scary place, because like you're the first day of school was a lot is pretty much you're pretty much scared of what's going on, and pretty much that scare is controlling you. That's a big concern as well. And sometimes it's about validating those and like pretty much walking with them. A lot of people tend to forget that therapists are fixers, but I like to call them journeymen, um, because we journey with them and we don't solve people's problems. I know that's like a big misconception, but another thing about anxiety is that sometimes you don't know what's the cause of it. I know like some anxiety disorders is actually caused by a biological thing like a thyroid up here. But that's why we ask questions like during when we first mentioned, when was the last time you went to the doctor? Okay, well, why don't we schedule you another appointment and see, is this a medical issue or is this an actual just your negative thinking patterns? And it's dealing with that is more effective, and because we're trying to get to the try to get to the what is causing it. It's like a little scavenger hunt, but sometimes you don't find the answer. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much what generalized anxiety disorder is. stay tuned for next week. Next week we're going to talk about we're going to still talk a little bit more on this theme. We'll talk a little bit about obsessive compulsive disorder, um, and what that is, and like what do we do with it, and so forth. Because there's different levels of anxiety or like OCD that we need to talk about. So, but we'll give you the general overview on that. Anyway, yeah, comment, subscribe, like my page, do whatever you want. I'm going to be posting these on Facebook and also, and maybe Instagram. I don't know. I don't know how to do that. Yeah. But we'll figure something out. Yeah. Worst case scenario, these are just on Facebook and my website at mikegraul.com. See you next week.